Hello guys, welcome in today's crypto technical analysis, and today we're going to do a multiple time frame analysis for the Bitcoin. And first time on this channel you will see a traditional market update where we're going to discuss the requested chart for ES. However, before we start, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the content, don't forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. We've got 3 more days plus to close weekly time frame. However, as I said, 42,000, 41,700 levels are extremely important. At this stage, the weekly time frame is above the consolidation level. However, as we mentioned in the previous videos, that we got rejection right from the strong resistance. As long as we're going to be below the strong resistance, and there's going to be always a risk in the market. A daily time frame. Based on a daily time frame, as I said, we're at a support. And in the last video, I clearly mentioned that this strong resistance was extremely strong, and then the strong support was also extremely strong. Once we broke $48,000 in the mid of January, I provided this strong support, which was at around $32,000 and $33,000. Perfectly, we held it. Second time again, Russia-Ukraine issue, and from the DCA, depends if we're going to take it the average all the way to the strong resistance, we saw a massive 42% spot profit. And if you're doing a leverage, you do the math for yourself. However, the current condition of daily time frame, in the last 48 hours, we're seeing a dump in the market. Having said that, this was an expected dump as we got rejection right from the strong resistance, which we're keeping an eye on in the last over 2 months. So at the moment, we're at a support. As long as, based on a daily time frame, we're going to be above $41,500, ideally 41.5. Let's make it clear, ideally 41.5, and daily time frame in the coming days, there is a chance, the time will show, there is a chance that we're going to exit from the consolidation level, which I mentioned in the last video. Before we move on to further analysis for the BTC, I would like to draw your attention to ES. We saw a V-shaped recovery since the 2020 March dump in the traditional market as well as the crypto market. We dumped all the way up to 2187, and we saw all the way up to $4,810. However, I marked the levels. We've got support levels, 3 support levels, and very strong support levels below us. However, it is very early for us to talk about these 2 support levels. You can mark those levels, and in the coming videos, if there is going to be any interest for those who are keeping an eye on traditional market as well as the crypto for the purpose of correlation, you can keep these support and resistance levels. However, the current condition of the ES, as I mentioned in one of my reply recently, as long as we're going to be above this support based on a daily time frame, which is going to be at around 44 and 4450 levels, the daily time frame will be safe, and there is a chance. By the way, I'm looking at the weekly chart at the moment. The daily time frame will be safe and claim this support perfectly. And as long as we're going to break this local support, which is at around, I believe, 45 level, and then there is a chance that we see the pump in the market. However, that I left at this clock, it's a matter of time. Once we're going to come to this level, 4700 and 4730 level, this level is going to be very challenging and interesting level for the market. If you're trading ES and you're looking for the correlation between crypto, especially for the Bitcoin, this level is going to be your Bitcoins $50,000 and $52,000. That's going to be an important level. However, as my style, you might know already if you're following me for some time, I will trade every single chart separately. As long as we're going to be above this support, break this local resistance, claim it as a support, then the next important level is going to be 47 and 4725 levels. Let's move on to a BTC 4-hour time frame. As I said in the previous video, it's highly likely the first place that we're going to see a rejection. And as you can see, perfect rejection, as well as from the local SR level, where you saw yesterday we had a struggle. We broke it and tried to claim it as a support. It became as a resistance, and we saw another crash in the market. And as you can see, perfectly we held for now, and the upper line of this support is doing its job. And since from the top all the way to the support, which was expected, over 10% dump in the market. And if you shorted it, that was expected, by the way, 10 times 110%, 5 times 55% plus in the last few days. If you remember, in the last video, I was talking about 1 hour time frame was a week, and as a result, if we lose this level, we're going to lose highly likely 2 hour time frame as well as 1 hour time frame in the first place, that we're going to come to this level, the lower line. As you can see perfectly, we tested it and then we dumped all the way up to this level. Based on a 4-hour time frame, at this moment, as long as we're going to hold above 43,000, ideally 43,500 levels, and we're going to face this support, is going to act as a resistance in the coming days. However, without breaking the level of 45,700, ideally $46,000, it's going to be early for us to talk about this strong resistance. We might have a consolidation at around here in the coming 48 to 72 hours. If we're going to get a bullish setup from lower time frames, and highly likely, as I said, this resistance is not going to be challenging for 4-hour time frame. I shared yesterday that highly likely that we will see a bounce for the short term from the upper line of this system. And you saw on this channel many times the green version, which is a swing version. However, this version is for the long-term traders, and as you can see, perfect rejection to the wick, to the dollar, and then once we start claiming, broke and claim from the lower line as well as from the smart money, and then we started pumping all the way up to the strong resistance. As I said, this is the level for 40,000, and 41,000 was extremely important level for the swing traders. So we saw, as I said, nearly 18 to 20% pump in the market for the swing traders. If you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8, and one-on-one intense masterclass is available, where I'm going to teach you how to become a profitable trader in the market. And it only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading system. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. Based on a 2-hour time frame, as I mentioned in the last video, as soon as we lost the upper line as well as the LTF support, 2-hour time frame went heavily under the bear's control. And as you can see, once we broke, we tried to test it, right? We tried to test it. Wicks to the dollar, we got rejection from the low time frame support. It became as a resistance, and we saw another decent dump in the market. So 2-hour time frame is heavily under the bear's control. In order to be bullish on the 2-hour time frame, the first resistance is going to be around 45,000 within 24, ideally 48 hours. If we're going to break this level and then claim it as a support, this is going to be at around 45,500, 600 levels. 2-hour will give us a bullish signal. As a result, we might get a bullish setup for the 4-hour time frame, and highly likely, as I said, we might test the upper lines. However, it is slightly early because higher time frame is against lower time frame. I'm not going to discuss 1-hour time frame on this video, and we came to an end of this episode. And if you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.